Zuwei, we have Elisa, Gavin. Gavin, today you are very early. Okay, Patient. Okay, Jane Singh. Okay, Yuda, Li Ying, Siqing, Kylie, Xing Yan, Saranya, Yanzi, Leo, Wing Sing, Kawei. Okay, that's all. So the rest will be late coming in. Guys, you have to remind your friend. Okay, when you attend a meeting or whatever, please be punctual or you need to be there earlier. So thank you for those who turn in before 9 o'clock. And now I'd like to present my work. Today is a bit longer, so we have to start our work a bit fast. Okay. Can you see my slide? Can you see my slide? I need you to respond to me. Okay, good. Thanks, Gavin. So again, I post you this one. Today, I'm not going to play you the timetable. So mission 18 days. Our program is named after mission 18 days. So it's from 9 to 10. Okay, and then before we start, I'd like to wish you Happy New Year 2010. So you make sure that you have your own target. Okay, hit your target. You must have your target and make sure that you hit your target. Okay, Happy New Year. Okay, so now sila isi kehadiran. Okay, can someone please repost the kehadiran link? Because if I were to this one, I need to come out from my screen to copy and paste. Right. So today our topic is indices and logarithm. Okay, let's take out please get ready your calculator, your paper. We are going into it. Let me get ready my paper. Okay. So now let's go to our question. Okay, selesaikan. As I told you, selesaikan means that you need to solve. Right. So how to solve this question? So before we start, let's make do some revision on the index. Okay, the index, there are 5 laws of indices that you need to recall. Okay, jot down your, okay, who can remember what is the name of the law of indices? Can anyone tell, just type there? What is it named after? Oh, I have forgotten to on my camera. You cannot see me. Now you can see me. Okay, can you please tell me what are the law? I still don't have anyone to answer my question. So let me give you the first law, right? The first law, wait, I will need to wear my glove. Okay. So the first one is a to the power of, where's my light? Okay. A to the power of m times a to the power of n. Okay. So a to the power of n times a to the power of n. So this is what we call it as product rule. Okay, the indices is for product. Okay, now for this is written as a to the power of m plus n, the first one. Then after the multiplying, then you go to quotient division. Okay, remember for division is a to the power of m minus n, right? Is a to the power of m minus n, the front one minus the after. Okay, and then after that we have raised to a power a to the power of m raised to the power of n. So it is solved by a to the power of m times n. Okay, this is the third one. And the fourth one will be a to the power of m times b to the power of m, where different base and the index are the same, the power are the same. So this can be written as a times b and then raised to the power of m. Okay, and then multiplies, go back to the first part, multiply, divide. So this is multiply, then followed by divide. a to the power of m divided by b to the power of m. It can be simplified as a divided by b raised to the power of m. These are the 5 law of indices. Okay, beside the 5 laws, you need to remember a few other things, which is like a to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Okay, a to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Then beside that, you need to know that a to the power of nothing, it is actually equals to a to the power of 1. Okay, this is something that you need to recall. Then after that, we have a to the power of negative 1, negative 8n. A to the power of negative n, it is 1 over a to the power of n. Okay, be careful this one. Okay, many students make a mistake here. A to the power of 1 over n. Okay, it is the n root of a, the n root of a. Right, then after that I have another one, so I need more space, so I bring it up there for me to write a to the power of m over n, a raised to the power of m divided by n. For this, you can write in 2 ways. Okay, the first way, you write it as a to the power of m. You break the m times n into m times 1 over n. Okay, 1 over n. Oh my goodness, what happened? Okay, or you may write it as a to the power of 1 over m times m. Okay, get the position changed, because as you know that 2 times 1 and 1 times 2, they are the same. Okay, right? So for this case, how do we write the answer? Is a to the power of m, the whole thing root and root. So is n root of a to the power of m. And for the one on the right hand side, it is the n root of a that you raise to the power of m. Both are the same. Okay, please jot down. These two are the same. Right? So these are the basic for index. Okay, I've made myself very clear to you. If you have any question, you may ask. Okay, if you have any question, you may ask. Okay, let's see any. Okay, so far no question yet from you. Okay, right? Then we are going to start our working. So remember, there are 5 rules there for indices. There are 5 rules, and the rest are the basic. Okay, then I erase this one. Let's start doing this. This is the first part. How do you solve this? Okay, and this is the first part. Junla, you are late. Okay. Okay. For the first part, this is the first part. And then you can see that this is 1 term, 2 terms, and 3 terms. Remember, terms are separated by operation plus and minus. So you have 2 symbols here, 2 signs here, plus and minus. So there are 3 terms. So 1 term, 2 term, 3 terms. Okay, very clear. Make yourself very clear on this. Okay, then after that, look into this. What do you see this? Okay, where did I go? Okay, what do you see this? Okay, this is 3 to the power of x minus 1. Okay, so power x minus 1. What is the power of minus 1 meant? Is divide, if you recall. Okay, if you recall a to the power of negative n. Okay, if you recall this one, then just now I gave you as 1 over a to the power of n. Okay, so for this case, it is 3 to the power of x times 3 to the power of negative 1. Right? So even though it's multiplied here, so it's 3 to the power of x plus negative 1. Okay, plus negative 1. That's why you get it as 3 to the power of x minus 1. Okay, these are all concepts. Okay, I take away this one. Now I am interested in this. So what I can see this one as, it will be 3, okay, to the power of x times 1 over 3. So you should see this, right? So this will turn into 3 to the power of x over 3 for the first term. Then plus 3x. Just because I want to solve, and in my solving, as I got to know, I need to group, okay? So I can see there is one term with the power of x, there's another term with number. So I separate them into two parts. So I bring the 12 onto my right hand side, right? Then after that, when I'm here, I will say that that I see this. Okay, the first term and the second term, they have like term. So when I have like term, what do? I factorize the like term. Okay, left behind 1 over 3 plus 1 equals to 12. Do you get me? Okay, then finally you get 3 to the power of x. Then you want to solve it. Please solve it. 4 over 3 equals to 12. Step by step. So 3 to the power of x. Get the number of times 3 over 4 onto the other side. So it will be 12 times 3 over 4. So 12 times 3 over 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 3, 12. So you get it as 9. And 9, change it to base 3. Change it to base 3. So you get it as 3 to the power of 3. Then remember, for index and log, the method until the last that you cannot solve already is in the simplest form. What you do, you use comparing. So when you see that the base are the same, then you compare the index. So the index now, your x will turn out as 2. Okay, will that be okay? Fine. Do you follow me? This is very simple. Look into the marks. It's only 2 marks. 2 marks means that very easy. Okay, it's only is by concept. Okay, please jot down every single thing that I tell you just now, that I told you just now. Okay, my words are very slow, and I'm writing it for you so that you can scribble, take down the notes. Then after our class, you rearrange. Right? Okay, today is attendance not so good. I only have 17. Okay, let's continue to the next one. So simplify this. Okay, look into this, 3 marks. Okay, 3 marks. And it looks like it's quite complicated, but don't worry. Before you start doing, the question says simplified. Simplified means that there's no answer. Unlike the earlier question, it says solve. Okay, when solve, your answer turn up should be a number, an answer. Okay, an answer, a number, integer, or it might be decimal, a number, and I say it's a number will be better. Okay, but anyhow, when it's asked you to simplify means that the turn out the final answer will not be a number. Why? Because this is not an equation. It's an expression only. For expression, what can you do? You can simplify only. Okay, let's start our work. So what am I going to do for this? First of all, I'm going to expand, as I know one of the law of indices is by raising the power, then multiply. And remember, in this, I have 2. They integrate the law just now. So it was AB to the power of M. If you still recall just now the 5 laws of indices. So what I do, I'm going to expand by multiplying the power. So 7 to the power of 2 x, okay, times x to the power of -1 times 2, I get -2. I hope that you can follow my step. Okay, then after that, multiply. And multiply, I use black color lah. For x, I use this one. I use this one. I use this one for x. There is this one. I take the red color. Okay, use this one. Then multiply. Then what I do now, I'm going to continue with the second term. 49. Okay, now you get the 49. 49 change, because you can see that in the first term is base 7. In the third term is of base 7. I won't say third term, like in the third bracket. Okay, it's of base 7. So then base 7, 49. Okay, it's a multiple of 7. Okay, 7 times 7 means that 7 squared. Okay, 7 squared, then raised to the power of -2. Okay, you get this, right? You get this. Wait, need to go to my so okay. Now, what do you have now? For this thing, you may change it to 7 squared. Okay, then raised to the power of -2. You will get 7 to the power of -4. Okay, for this thing. Okay, so when 7 to the power of -4 times 3, you get as 7 to the power of -12. Okay, make it very fast so that you can save a big time on your working. Then followed by x to the power of 3, y to the power of 3. Then divided. Please make sure that you write this one carefully. Divided. Okay, 7 to the power of -2, x to the power of -2, y to the power of -2. Okay, the line is very slow. So you get this one as 7 to the power of -2, x to the power of -2, and y to the power of -2. Okay, everything is with the same base. Then you start your working. Okay, with the base of 7. Okay, what you see? You see 2, the power 2, multiply with -12 means that it's plus with -12. Then divide by -2. Okay, divide by 7 to the power of -2 means that it's minus -2. Minus -2. This is for 7, base 7. Then I go to x. Okay, I go to x. So x is -2. Okay, multiply. Multiply means plus. Okay, x to the power of 3 plus 3. Then divide minus x to the power of -2, -2. Then after that, I go into y. Y to the power of the first bracket, I don't have y, so just leave it. Start with this. I got y to the power of 3. Divide means minus. Divide means minus -2. So here I'll get my answer. It will be 7, -2. Okay, get your calculator very fast. 2 minus 12 plus 4. Okay, 2 minus y plus 4. Yeah. Okay, plus 2. Okay, then I get -8. Okay, then after that, -2 plus 3 plus 2. So I get it as x to the power of 3. Then 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2 also need calculator. Very funny. Y to the power of 5. Okay, for the power with negative, I will say that it is not the final answer. If you leave your final answer as this, I do not guarantee you that you will get full mark. Okay, remember? So for your mark, for you to get marks here, remember one of the why then you may ask me, teacher, why can't I get my mark? Remember one of the rule. One of the rule is a to the power of -n is equals to 1 over a to the power of n. And you need to apply the rule here. Okay, why so slow? Okay. Wait for the line to turn in first. The line today is not so good. Okay, a to the power of -n. So for this, 7 to the power of -8, you should write your final answer as x to the power of 3, y to the power of 5 over 7 to the power of 8. Then you may say, teacher, do I need to get the value of 7 to the power of 8? Because 7 to the power of 8 is a very big number, power 8. 5,764,801. So you just leave your answer as 7 to the power of 8 will be good enough. Okay, this one will be the simplified in index form. They may ask me, teacher, why not simplified single number? It should be the most the simplest answer. Then I'll say refer to the question. The question give you in terms of index. So you place the answer as in index. Okay, this is sometimes quite difficult to read what actually the question wanted from you. Right. Okay, so this is the question. Do you have any question to ask in this part? Do you see? So my working one line, I expand by using the law of indices. Okay, the second line here, I group. Okay, I group with the base 7, base x, and base y by referring to the operation. Multiply is plus, divide is minus, right? You don't have to do the grouping because 3 marks. You try to save your time here. Okay, then after that, I get my answer, and finally, I rearrange. Okay, for this, I don't guarantee you that you will get your final answer, final marks. If this is your answer, I don't guarantee you, because 7 to the power of negative 8 is one of the rule that you need to apply. Okay, if you have any question, you may ask me. I see anyone of you asking question or not? No, so far no question asked. Okay, can you please respond to me? Do you see the screen? My screen also turned in quite slow. Clear. Okay, good. Saranya, good. How about the rest? The rest never answer to my question also. I do not know whether you're in front of me or not. Okay, good. Just answer, because as you answer me, I'm throwing my result to you. You will get your A. If you don't answer, then you don't get A. You don't blame me, okay? Okay, now let's continue with the next question. Okay, I would like you to pay attention here, that I want to raise up a few things here. Okay, so for this question, base. So the question says solve. As again, telling you solve here means that they want, finally you should come up with the answer. Okay, number X. What can you see? You can see in the equation here, it is an equation. So means that you can solve, you can get the value of the unknown. Now, what's the unknown here? The unknown is X. Okay, so now for log and indices, for you to solve the question of log and indices, you hold to one condition. Their base must be the same. Then only you can solve. Or you make the power the same. Either one, the base the same or the power the same. Since this is log is easier that I look into the base. So now you look into the base here. This is base x and this is base x, square root x. Okay, square root x. I know that some of you, you did your working quite fast. Then you straight away write log x, then 2x to the power of 2. Okay, why? Because you learn from your fast method. Okay, this is square root x. I show you this one, your work. You pay attention here, what am I going to tell you. So what you do, you square this one to make x, and you square this one to make x. Let me tell you, this is not the rule of log. When it is not the rule of log, straight away you apply this one, you give the answer as in this one, where I don't see the working, especially in paper 2. I don't see the working. You might lose your marks there. Okay, if there's no other lines that I can give mark, so you will lose your mark there. So be careful. Okay, this is one point that I think I bring to you. Please make sure that do not apply this. Then you may ask me, then how am I going to change the base into law of logarithm? Okay, LOL, law of logarithm. So the law of logarithm, we have our product rule. Okay, the product rule say that log base a x y is equal to log base a x plus log base a y. Be careful this. Okay, where is your plus? Where is your multiply? Now students still get confused. Okay, you still get confused, as in log, the question is sometimes quite tricky. They say multiply with log base ay. What you do, you write it at log base a x plus y. Huh. Okay, you do it this way. So the whole thing is wrong already. Okay, so please make sure that you memorize the law of logarithm. So now I'm bringing you back to do some revision. So this is what we call it as a product rule. So after product, there is a quotient rule, division. Okay, what is the quotient rule say? Log base a x over y. It can be written as log base a x minus log base a y. Okay, so this is the second rule. Okay, for the third rule is the power. So the power log base a, I give you the simplest one, base x, like this. So the power that you bring down, it will be x. Okay, it will be x, the power of this. Okay, red color, the power of this, bring right into the front. So then you have log base a. And you should know that log base a is equals to 1. Okay, if let's say in exam, I want you to prove in paper 1, prove that log base a equals to 1. How are you going to prove this? Okay, how are you going to prove this? So very simple. If let's say ask you to prove by interchange, no problem. You can change. Okay, you can change the base a to the power of the index, which is 1, and the value is a. This is not proving. Okay, this is not proving. Okay, wait for the screen to turn out. Okay, log base a equals to 1. If the question asks you to prove, then if you're writing it as a, kalau saya tak darab x. Okay, wait siapa yang tanya tu? Dia hanya cikgu, kalau saya tak tunjuk log x log terus bagi jawapan x, boleh, tak ada masalah. Okay, sepatutnya yang ini by right I kena bagi you nombor lain, bagi this one B. Okay, begini. Okay, just because saya nak cerita yang ini, faham tak? Okay, boleh? Okay, now let's go continue with our this one. If let's say this one, so then how are you going to prove? How are you going, bagaimanakah kamu nak menunjukkan bahawa ini, nak buktikan? Sekarang pembuktian. Okay, because to avoid you from using calculator, the only question that I can set to test your concept is by pembuktian. So how am I going to buktikan? So bukti by changing the base. Okay, so I change the log base 10a over log base 10a. So this is sebelah kiri on my left hand side. So log base 10a divided by log base 10a. Wait for the screen to turn out. Okay, sebelah kiri, log changing base. I change the base to base 10. Okay, change to base 10. Okay, so log base 10a divided by log base 10a. Log base 10 is a value. Okay, log base 10a is a value. Let's say you may let a become any value. You may let a be 100. You may let a be 5. Log base 10 5 divided by log base 10 5, which is a value. This can be cancelled off. That equals to 1. That you have proof that this is equals to 1. So this is the proving. Okay, the one that you show just now by changing it into index form, it is not proving. Okay, it is transformed from index form to log form. Okay, is that clear? Okay, then after that we go on to change, or I already mentioned about changing base. Let me continue to another part. Okay, where I have my changing base, change base. So I've told you this one already, log base AB. If I change my base, it will be written as log For changing base, if let's say you don't want to get confused, make it simple for yourself. The B is big, so the B should be the numerator up there. Okay, and then after that, you go on to divide your log. The A is the small one, so you sit down there. A, sit down. Then only you place in the base. This is to avoid you from writing wrongly. Okay, the technique how to write, how to change the base of log. Okay, another one for this one, if let's say I change it to base B. Okay, I change it to base B. Let's say now my base is B. Okay, my base is B. Right. So then you can see that log base B, the numerator up there, the numerator log base B is 1. So it will be 1 over log base BA. You can see that this interchange the position. Okay, log base AB has changed to 1 over log base BA. Okay, the interchange, they are the reciprocal, the balik songsangan. Okay, wait for the line to turn in first. Today the line is also very weak. Okay, now do you see? So this is by changing base. Okay, this is by interchange the base and the number, the value. Okay, very simple. If you can remember this well enough, then it shouldn't be a problem for the topic of log. Unless they have a question like later. Later we go and see what's the question looks like. It's quite difficult for that. Okay, for this one, what do you do? So you change. So I'm going to start writing my work here. So I start with log base x 128 minus log base x, okay, 2x over log base x. Okay, square root x is x to the power of half equals to 3. Solve this one first. Okay, solve this one. Solve this one, you will get it as minus log base x 2x over 1 over 2, okay, log base x. Log base x is equals to 1. Then this is divided by 2. Divided by half. So divided by half means that multiply 2. The whole thing here divided by half. So this one change to darab 2/1. Can you follow me this one? Okay, then finally I'll get my answer on this. Okay, I'm going to write to you what am I having now. Okay, I'm going to have this one as log base x 128 minus 2 log x 2x equals to 3. And the 2 here, by following the law, okay, as I show you just now, the x, still remember the x log base a, the law, okay, the power law. So this, I can bring it up. And remember, the 2 when you bring up, it belongs to these 2. Okay, the 2 that you bring up, it will belongs to that 2. So let's see, I don't have any place, so I'm going to write it here. So log base x 128 minus log base 2x power 2x squared. I get it as 4x squared equals to 3. Now, fine. When you are here, everything is safe, right? You have changed to the same base. Why am I writing base 2? Is base x. Okay? This is base x. Salah tulis. Okay, now, then when you are here, everything should be safe already for you to do your work. Log A minus log B. Log A minus log B is division. Remember just now the rule? Flip open to your note just now. The second law that I gave you. After the power is the quotient. So I'm going to write it as log base x, okay, in the bracket 128 divided by 4 to the power of x squared equals to 3. Okay, when you are here, then change it to index. Why can you change index? Because you have one base. Look up here. You have one base here. You have one number here, and you have the power here. It's in the simplest form of log. So you transform it, play around with the index from log base, basic log, go to basic index. Okay, so it will be x power 3 equals to 128 over 4 to the power of x, 4x to the power of 2. Okay, 128 divided by 4 straight away lah. I don't want to bring so many things. Okay, wait 128 divided by 4. I get it as 32. Okay, 32 gets 32 over x squared. Okay, cross multiply. I get x to the power of 5 equals to 32. Okay, and what number that you fifth root, you will get what number that you power 5 that you will get 32. It is 2 to the power of 5. You get 32. So then you may ask me, teacher, how do you get to know this? Okay, come back here. I guide you with another color. X to the power of 5 equals to 32. Let's say 32, because 32 is a very familiar number. Everyone can change to 2 to the power of 5. Let's say it is not a number that you're familiar with. Okay, remember, what is your intention? You want to get x. You want to get x to the power of 1. You don't want the 5. When you don't want the 5, what do? You multiply with 1 over 5 to make 1, to make the power of this into 1. So remember, power that you times with 1 over 5, remember, you have to give it to the right as well. So for this case, then in your calculator, you may press straight away, get your calculator, 32 to the power of bracket, open bracket, 1 over 5, close the bracket. You get your answer as 2. Done. So your x is equals to 2. X is equals to 2. Your answer. You compare. Okay, now? Can you please respond? Okay, so please jot down the notes that I'm telling you. All right. Okay. So now let's continue. This is the last question. Today I'm not going to keep you for long hour. But this question is a bit difficult. Given that log 3 to the power of x. Okay, who has tried this question? Anyone having difficulties, or all of you can do? Can you please respond to me? Can you do this question without referring to the answer? Question, this is paper 2. When you see the background, it is not in white color, means this is a question of paper 2. Okay, can you please respond to me? Have you tried this question? And do you see any problem? Everyone can do. If everyone can do, then we can stop having our class already. How about this question? Anyone having problem that you do not know how to solve, or you know how to solve? No problem. Okay, Junla saying, okay, Junla, can you please share your screen and you take over? Junla say, I'm using handphone, cannot share my screen. Okay, only Junla has no problem. How about the rest? Cannot share my screen. See, I told you already. Sure, you are going to, don't know how to share your screen. Okay, how about the rest? Are you having problem with this? Come on, save your time. Don't have to let me repeat, keep on repeating. If If you know how to do, just let me know that you know how to do. If you don't know how to do, then you just let me know that you don't know how to do. Okay, as I'm telling you, the 1 hour is a sharing session. Okay, not penalizing. Don't know, teacher. Okay, good, Sarania. Okay, at least you let me know whether you know how to do on, because if you tell me that you don't know how to do, when I explain, I'll go detail. If you tell me that you know how to do, then when I go, I won't go detail so much. I'll just keep parts, right? Okay, let's without wasting our time, let's continue to our question. So what can we do? Wait, make sure that I get my pen. Okay, we look into this. As yesterday in our simultaneous equation, still remember? Okay, we have two parts. Do I have white? Okay, I have a white screen here. Okay, I copy my question here. First, 3x equals 3 to the power of x equals to 5 to the power of y equals to 15z. Okay, so as yesterday, as in our simultaneous equation, I did say that this got two equations. So this will be the first one, this will be your second one. So it's up to you. So I'm going to write out my first one. 3 to the power of x equals to 5 to the power of y. And my second one is 5 to the power of y equals to 15z. Okay, it's up to you. You may take 3 to the power of x equals to 15z. Okay, it's up to you. Anyhow, it cannot be the first equate to the second one, the second equate to the third one, or the first equate to the last one also can. Not a problem. As long as the pair don't have the same term, will be good enough. Okay, now what do you do? Oh, on the left hand side, I'll call 3 to the power of x equals to 5y as the term in the left hand side, on my left hand side. Okay, I cannot do anything because 5 and 3, they are prime number. It's already in their simplest form. I can't do anything. So I go on to my left hand right side. So I can see that this is 15. 15, I can break it into 5 and 3. Okay, so I have it as 5 to the power of y equals to 3 to the power of z times 5 to the power of z. Do you get me? So I go very fast on this. Okay, 5. Okay. So now I cannot replace. So you say, hey, teacher, I see the answer already. You see the 5y here? I see the 5y here. So I sub this one into here. You say very fast. 3z times 5z. Okay, if you are doing this, what is missing? You don't have the terms of y. Means that you are wrong. Okay, you already eliminate the y. Okay, so if this thing we cannot follow the way that we solve by using substitution. Okay, then what do we do? So you have to think of a way. Okay, I want to keep my y. So what I can do? Okay, then you check on z. So z, y. So what do you want to do now? You can see that this is 3x. This is 3x. Blue color, red color. This is 3x. Okay. Is there any way that I can change this one into 3x? Okay. 3z. Okay. 3 to the power of z. You want to change it on to 3 to the power of x. You want to change it on to 3 to the power of x. Okay. How do you change this one to 3 to the power of x? You want to change this one to, okay, z. You want to change to, you need to multiply with something. Okay. Let me guide you here. You need to multiply with something. You need to multiply with something in order for you to get the x. So what do you multiply? Get the idea of your linear law. Okay, if you follow my class of linear law, I did guide you for how to change the y-axis according to the label that the question gave. So you want it to be x. Okay, so it has to be multiplied with x. And you do not want the z. You divide it with z. So z and z cancel. So this is the thing that you need to put in. Okay, when I want to put in this one, what do I do? Okay, before I start my working, I can see, because I want my work to be clear, I can see this is base 5. This is base 5. I do the grouping first. I have it as 5 to the power of y divided by 5 to the power of z equals to 3z. So this is written as 5 to the power y minus z equals to 3z. Okay, this is from here. I'm still in this line. Okay, then I am going to multiply this one with x over z. Okay, and the whole thing here, I need to multiply with x over z as well. Remember, our mathematics, whatever you give on the right, you must give it to the left. So what I have it here now, expand, because it's the power raised to power. It's the index notation that raised to power. So we have it as 5 to the power of x, y over z minus x, z over z. Then equals to 3 to the power of x. You get me? Or you may say, "Aya, teacher, why you so chonghei one? This one, isn't it? It can be written as x y minus x z over x. Okay, not a problem. It's the same. Okay, it's the same as this 3x. Now, when you are here, you look into this equation. Okay, you look into the power. You have x, y, z in it. Okay, you have x, y, z in it, then you are safe. So what I do, I take this one. Now I look into this one and I look into this one. So it's the same. So when it's the same, what I do, 5 to the power of x, y minus x, z over z equals to 5 to the power of y. Okay, then when you are here, what's the question says? The question says, what's the question says? Ungkapkan Z dalam sebutan X dan Y. So the other day in our class, we say ungkapkan, express Z in terms. So Z should be the subject. Okay, so now look into our working. When you are here, you see the base. The base are the same. Then you can compare the index or compare the power. So you get x, y minus x, z equals to y, z. Group. I don't know what happened to my this one. Okay, then you group. Okay, as you grouping, because z is on the other side, I want it to make it positive plus xz equals to xy. So then I factorize my z, x plus y, xy. Finally, my z will be equals to x, xy. What happened? Oh, because already too low already. So bring it here. So it will be z equals to xy over x plus y. So the answer turns out. Z. That's why I like to use whiteboard instead of the screen very small. Okay. So it will be z equals to x. Tak boleh curi. I cannot still a little bit space. Very sensitive. So that's all. I'm not going to use here. So do you get my answer? Have you jot down step by step? Yes or no? Okay. Okay. So now I repeat. Okay, I repeat. First of all, I look into the base. Base given to me is 3, 5, and 15. I break the 15. Okay, I used what highlighter? Highlighter, yellow color. Okay, I break the 15 into 3 and 5. That's my first step. The second step, I group the base 5, the one that on my right hand side. Okay, then I look into this and I look into this. I want to change my 3 to the power of z into 3 to the power of x. So I play around with this. Meaning that I need to multiply this. I need to multiply this in order to bring in the x. In order to bring in the x. So now this is your basic. Okay, your basic. Then expand. What am I doing here? Expansion only. Okay, from here to here is you expand. Then from here to here, from here to here, what do? You sub. You sub the 3x here, 3 to the power of x, into here. With the term of this. Okay, with the term of this, and you sub it here. You can see that my highlighter moving. Okay, you sub into here. Then after that, you see the base of 5 and 5. You compare the index. Finally, you got your answer. So what's the mark here? 3 marks. Okay, it is 3 marks. For this question, if it's 3 marks, then I'll consider it as hot question. A little bit difficult for you to solve. Right? So I show you one more time for the solution. Right? So remember the steps. Get the equation. Check the base. Group if you have any. Then try to compare the two sides. The equation on the left and the equation on the right. What can you do? Okay, you may change y, 5 to the power of y, but it will be a bit complicated, right? A bit complicated. But anyhow, it depends on during your exam mode. Whatever you see, just continue writing. Okay, then I go back to this question. Okay, this one done. Okay, have you copied this one, the working? So I'm going to erase the whole thing. I'm not going to keep because I got no slide anymore. Next time I should spare 2 slides. Okay, I'm going to clean this one up. I go to this solve. Okay, this question solve. Solve this question. Oh, very simple. 3 marks. See, when they give you a question, they should have one difficult question to balance up with the other one. Okay, so questions are not always given to you as difficult as you think. If you lose the first 3 marks, I'll lose. Don't lose any marks, please. You want to score A. Then come back to our question here. So you look into this. Okay, you look into this. This is to trap the students of don't know what to. They do not master the law of logarithm. This is plus. So plus, what is the law? Multiply or division? Okay, you must be very clear. So it will be log. It will be log base 10, 2x multiply with 4x minus 1 equals to 1. You see this? Very simple. Okay, log base 10 2x plus log base 10 4x minus 1. So the 2x you times with the x, 4x minus 1. The 2x you multiply with the 4x minus 1. Multiply. This is the simplest form of log. Right? Or then you say, teacher, I don't have to expand, man. Okay, you expand, like you get 8x squared minus 2x. I'll say that this is the simplest form of log. As I told you, you see the base 10, you see the power as 1, then you see the number as 8x squared minus 2x. But it is in expression, just to confuse you a bit lah. Some of you, you get threatened. What do? Go expand it in this way. 4x squared minus log base 10 2x. You expand. Remember, this cannot be expanded in this way because the 8x squared minus 2x is not the common factor for log base 10. Right? So never ever do that. So if I can't do, then what do? Remember, the log and the index, they are brothers and sisters. They are twins. Play around with them. So what you have now, you have 10 to the power of 1 equals to 8x squared minus 2x. So then you get it arranged. 8x squared minus 2x minus 10 equals to 0. When you are here, okay, when you are here, simplify. You get as 4 x squared minus x minus 5 equals to 0. So you're almost there already. So yesterday, 2 days ago, we were in this topic. There are 3 ways for you to solve. So you get the calculator, or some of you are very, very fast. Your mental arithmetic is very good. So go ahead with your answer, but please double check. So this is 5, this is 1, and this is positive, this is negative. So the answer already turned out. If you cannot, then get your calculator. Get your calculator. Press your shift mode, call your shift mode. Press mode for 3 times, call out your equation. Go for your unknown degree power 2. Your A is 4, your B is -1, your C is -5. So one of your answer is 4 minus 5. The answer is x plus 1. Okay, work backward to get the factor. So then you get it as x equals to 5 over 4 or x equals to -1. Done. So you get the 3 marks. I'm not here to tell you where marks are given. I'm here to tell you how to solve question. Okay, you should be very clear why I meet you every day. Do you have any question you want to ask? Understand, Gavin, no teacher. Okay, how about the rest? Only Gavin and Saranya. How about the rest? The rest are respond. So on to see. Okay, teacher, yes, Junla. You got question to ask? No, teacher. Okay, Elisa. Daniel okay not? Daniel, you turn in late. Okay, tak apa. Nanti boleh tengok video semula. Okay? Just you call me for what? For fun. Lucas. Okay, no. X equals to -1. Why? I think answer cannot. Why? Okay, wait. Let me check it back your chat book first. X equals cannot be solved. Why cannot be solved? You sub the -1 into the equation. Okay, you sub the -1 into the equation. Okay, you sub it into here. You sub it into here. Okay, wait. -1 into here. 2 times -1 and 4 times -1. This should be -1 times -1 bracket. So this should be -2 times -4 minus 1 -5. You get it as log base 10, 10. So log base 10, 10 is 1. Okay, you don't sub the -1 into here because there is a trick there. Okay. Yeah, when you sub the x into there, you get log 2 to the power of, you get this one. When you sub the negative, I know what you meant. When you sub the negative into here, you get as log base, this one, -2, right? So -2, this will be maths error, right? Am I right? But don't forget, this is plus. Okay, we cannot solve this one like that. There's a little bit tricky there lah, that I can see. Right? So when you sub the negative, you get this one as log 10 -5 also for this one, for this. So then you get negative log base 10 -2 plus log base 10 -5. Okay, then you say that this one with maths error. All right? So there's big tricks there. Then you have to think of how to solve this. Right? Okay. Do you have any other question you want to ask? Okay, if not, then tomorrow our lesson, tomorrow is what day? Saturday. Tomorrow will be coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry, we will be discussing question number 3, number 4, paper 1, and question 11, paper 2. Okay, so 3 questions for tomorrow. So please get ready with the question. Question 3, question 4, and question 11. As I'm discussing, then you may check your working. Okay, see whether you got the answer or not. The working, whether do you perform the working correctly. So at least every day there is a topic, at least enhance your thinking. Don't let thinking sleep. Don't let the mind sleep. Okay, so that's all. Now it's really 10:02. So I will say thank you for your attendance. Okay, please make sure that you stay at home. Today case also 2,000 plus. Okay, thank you, and you may leave now. Shall see you tomorrow. Bye. Good night.